Okay, everybody, if you can hear me well, make sure that you press F in the chat, or whichever emoji that you want. Either way, thank you for coming to my 10,000 subscriber celebration stream, and I'm gonna be welcoming everybody who came. Yes, Daniel, okay, I see an F from you. Nice to have you. And Norbert, yes, and I saw your congratulations to me, thank you. And Vincent, nice to have you here as well. And you too, Sponge Boy. Oh, hang on, you mentioned something about Me Tunes. Me TV Tunes. I might, read it again, after I welcome everybody else. Yeah, I think I welcomed you already, plus Blue. And yes, so thank you for the congratulations. And Random Deeper. And Inky. And Pinky. And you too, Ethan. And Super Ready Man. And the Best Bro. And Deidre. And Colonel Scooby Snacks, nice to have you. And Fairy Princess Valentine, yes, nice to have you too. As well as you too, Jason the cartoon fan. So yeah, and you too, Woke. Oh, the mummy's ghost? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What shall I do? It's nothing much. There can't be anything that big about any mummy's ghost. And Zing Official, nice to have you. And yeah, there might be somebody else I might be missing. Oh, and also Dank, Sweet, Homa. Nice to have you, and thank you. Thank you to everybody for the congratulations for reaching 10,000 subscribers. It has been a decade in the making for this achievement, so I'm grateful that it has happened. So yeah, to celebrate, I'm gonna be taking some Doodle request streams. Specifically, I'm working on ones that were left requests that were left ahead of time in the community tab, and I'll tell you from now that I have up to 5 that I've chosen, and which ones I've chose, you're going to find out. And if you see in the pinned comment in the chat, I'm only focusing on those requests that were left in the community tab, but if we have extra time, I'll do at least one extra. So yeah, I know there has been some demand for a request stream, a Doodle request stream to be exact, that isn't tied to any theme, but I kind of quit with those to focus on the coffee commissions. And just to briefly mention, oh, hang on, no, this is not the Krusty Krab, but welcome Mike's Toontown. Nice to have you here. Yes, I think this is your first time on my streams. Nice to have you. I absolutely love your videos, man, and the one you did with Plankton and Ernie that you uploaded today was hilarious. But yes, if you guys could still hear me, this is the last night that you can order a full color or rough doodle commission based on a classic Cartoon Network series that originates from the What a Cartoon Show. Yes, tonight is the final night for that commission offer. You can go over to my Ko-fi page for more details, and be on the lookout for more special offers like this too. So yeah, I think it's time we get things started. And you know, we're not just gonna be drawing, we're also gonna be chatting as well. So yeah, how's everybody been doing? Let's see. Yes, I know, I too am excited that Mike's Toontown is here. And Mimi, yes, nice to have you here too. And let's see. Oh, yes. It's okay, Vincent. But yes, nice to have you as a dedicated subscriber viewing my work. And Jack Collins, nice to have you. Oh, what's playing on the TV? Hang on, let me start it. Let's see. There we go. Yes. It's some classic Looney Tunes shorts, specifically disc-free of Volume 3 of the Golden Collection, because today is Porky Pig's birthday. 90th birthday to be exact, and there may be a chance that I have a Looney Tunes request I'll be drawing, so I'll go into more details about that celebration as I get to the drawings. So yes, nice that you're doing good, Mike. So yeah, I think we're gonna get things started right now. Oh, hang on. One more thing that I forgot to mention. some of you may know that tonight is Oscar night. I see Plus Blue mention about having the balance between watching this stream and the Oscars. In fact, let me just do something in the chat. Oh, okay, so what I was going to do was ask you guys which animated movie I should, or you guys want to win for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars, but oh wait, I just need to end this right now. There we go, now I can restart it. Yeah, so I was just testing out the Q&A feature. Give me a moment. Okay, so you guys could weave in your questions or your answers for that. For which movie you want to win for Best Anime Feature at the Oscars. And I think it's time we get things started with the first request.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, weekdays at 12:11 Central on Disney XD.
There we go. Yes, so the first request I'm gonna be doing is for you, Inky. It happens to be Pac-Man, the 80s arcade game icon, specifically how he appeared in Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, which I do remember watching on Disney XD, I believe. It was a fine show. I don't know if I could say if the 1980s Hanna-Barbera cartoon is better, because I haven't seen an episode of that. But this one is fine, I guess. From the few episodes that I've seen, the most memorable thing about this Pac-Man series is that Pac-Man himself, he's voiced by the same woman who voices Coop Burtenberger from Kid vs. Cat. I think her name is Erin Matthews. Therefore, it's pretty distracting, since I have watched a lot of Kid vs. Cat, which is a show that I mentioned before I had mixed feelings about. So yeah, this series, The Ghostly Adventures, is of the variety of Canadian cartoons that are based in Vancouver, so you'll hear a lot of the same voice actors and actresses from Ed, Edd and Eddy, or any cartoon from Studio B or DHX Media. So yeah, this is my first time drawing this version of Pac-Man. With his big pointy eyebrows. Okay, see if there's anything that I'm missing here. Let's see. Oh, James Borland's here. Yeah, nice to have you. And yes, I have seen Oddballs, which is the Odd Ones Out animated series for Netflix. I hear a lot of people dislike it because it doesn't know what it wants to be, I guess. Kind of all over the place with its intentions or even its demographic. It was decent. So yeah, I'm gonna be really rough here. Just gonna be focusing on doing the rough sketches, and whenever I have time after the stream, I will focus on fixing them up. So yeah, once again, I'm going very rough here. And I hope that you appreciate me taking your request, Inky. Now, I'm gonna be looking at this reference photo for the pose of his arms. And see if there's anything else I'm missing. Let's see. Oh, let's see. If Scott McNeil is in the show, Pac-Man, I think he is. You guys can confirm for me, if you like. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I see some answers for who do you want to win for the Oscars, and I see a lot of you want to see the Wild Robot win. And I actually got to watch The Wild Robot on Prime Video recently, although unfortunately I wasn't paying close attention to it, but from what I have seen, definitely beautifully designed. I mean, it was a bit predictable in some elements, like for example, with the duckling or the goose. I forgot what type of bird it was, but yeah, there was a moment where spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen The Wild Robot. Yes, I'm giving the spoiler warning as someone who hasn't even paid close attention to it, but yeah, the duck or goose was upset with the Wild Robot herself, Roz, and it's like, no, I'll accept you as my mother. But we all know that he will appreciate Roz near the end of the game. Or near the end of the movie, I should say. I'm distracted by the fact that I'm drawing a video game character right now. So yeah, Pac-Man's looking fine so far. There we go. Hey, see if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, so Mike is saying that this version of Pac-Man is also in Mario Kart Arcade. Oh, that's interesting. And yeah, I kind of agree with you, Deidre, that I guess Pac-Man kind of has some slight, subtle hints of a Sonic personality here. So yeah, now I'm gonna be doing like just the basic shape of his shoes, and then I'm gonna be doing as much detail as I can do like right now. Again, I'm just doing this roughly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now for the laces. Yeah, there you go. And now we draw this detail on the shoe. Oh, I noticed that he has Pac-Man silhouette on his shoes. That's nice. Like the classic basic design of Pac-Man from early on. There we go. There we go. just cover in the inside of his mouth. Like so. Alright. Let me make sure that he's organized into his own folder. There we go. There we go. So yeah, there's Pac-Man. So far, at least. I hope you loved what I did with him so far, Inky. And before I go to the next request, I'm gonna catch up with some comments. Oh, Blake, thank you for the congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. And Colonel Scooby Snacks' accent. If anybody here likes Toonami, as a Canadian, I never grew up with Toonami itself as a block, but I do like seeing the bumpers with Moltar from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. So yeah, like Space Ghost Coast to Coast is very important to Cartoon Network, and not just that influence Adult Swim, but also what's the Toonami block with Moltar as the host. And of course, it even led to the cartoons, because the world premiere Tune-In was the first episode of Coast to Coast second season, and that turned 30 years old recently. Yes, Moltar is absolutely a W. I know you requested for Moltar Scooby Snacks, so we'll see whether or not I will fulfill that request. Yes, we may draw a major flake, Ethan, in case we have more time. Like, I don't know, again, if I have more time, I'll choose one request from the chat. Yeah, the Cuphead show, I do remember it, Zing. I watched the first few episodes of it on Netflix, and it was just as I expected, really irritated. I love the art style. Norbert is indifferent towards the Oscars. Yeah, that's fine. A lot of people are. Well, although, if they do talk about the Oscars, often if something scandalous may happen, like whether it's what happened with Marty the Zebra from Madagascar and Oscar the Fish from Shark Tale in 2022, or even like the comments made during the presentation of Best Animated Feature or Best Animated Short about how animation is nothing more than a kid distractor, which most of us here could agree that is absolutely not true. It's more than just kid stuff, obviously. Let's see here. Okay, Fairy Princess Valentine is taking a break, so she might come back. Oh yeah, we'll see if your request comes in, Spongeboy. And Jason said that with the Ghostway Adventures design for Pac-Man, it was introduced in a video game for the Wii called Pac-Man Party, and it was supposed to be a tie-in to the cartoon, but all of the elements introduced in that game never appeared in the Pac-Man franchise again, beyond the redesigns for Pac and the classic ghosts themselves. Ah, that's interesting. Jack is saying that he's hoping that Oscar's doing okay. Within a garbage can isn't okay for him, but I'm glad he isn't. I'm glad he's getting a reward for it. Yes, we all know that the best Oscars around here are Oscar the Grouch and Oscar Proud. And if you're nice to Shark Tale, then yeah, maybe that Oscar is cool too. Okay, so let me see who else I have in store for the next request here. Okay, let me just turn off Pac-Man. And let me get the next request already.
I'm putting you idiots on notice. I want tonight's show to go off like clockwork, or else.
Or else what?
Yep, that's right. It's Moltar from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. or just Space Ghost in general. Yes, I'm doing your request, Colonel Scooby Stacks, who I think I recognize you from Instagram, therefore I recognize your well for these characters. So yeah, I know somebody else requested that I draw Zorak and Brak, who are characters that I love more than Moltar, but you know what, Moltar deserves more admiration. Because if you watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast itself, you see that Moltar, he's kind of mistreated by Space Ghost, and I mean, not just the fact that he is technically a villain from the original series, but I don't know, it's kind of like how on Futurama, the Planet Express crew really couldn't care less about Zoidberg existed, so it's like that with Moltar too, so yeah, let's give Moltar the love he deserves. After all, he was the first host of Toonami. I think I mentioned before that I've been watching a lot of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, or rewatching it I should say, around the time of its 30th anniversary last year. And it just makes me appreciate and miss Seymour and Croker's efforts to the show even more. And one of my favorite episodes of Coast to Coast is from Season 4. It's titled, well, Untitled. It's established early in the show that Moltar really loves the 70s cop drama Chips. He has a huge man crush on one of its stars, Eric Estrada. So he's really excited that he's on as a guest, but Space Ghost wants to talk with musician George Clinton first. So there's a fight between Space Ghost and Moltar, but they eventually have a truce. As for Zorak, well, he's just being weird, probably weirder than usual. Like, he starts off with a fake toupee, wearing that, and then he starts referencing The Exorcist for some reason. Let the power of punks compel you! I absolutely love that episode. I see there's any comments that I'm missing. Speaking of villains, back when Brak was a villain in the original Space Ghost, he sounded completely different, which is weird, since I'm more used to his dumb, dopey voice. Yes, exactly. With Brak, he was a genuine, serious supervillain in the original Space Ghost series, and one of my favorite episodes of the Brak show is the one where Space Ghost visits Brak's parents. He says he's coming from the future, therefore he's saying that, I come from the future because your son, by the way, Brak is supposed to be a high school student in the Brak show. Yes, I'm arresting your son because he's gonna be a space criminal in the future. But Brak's parents doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, and you know, the Space Ghost shows them clips from the 66 cartoon, and Brak's mom's like, "Is Brak alright? Does he have a cold or something?" Yeah, I think that might be my #1 favorite episode of the Brak show, actually. The one where the other main Space Ghost characters appear, like not just Space Ghost, but also this boy over here, Moltar. When Brak and Zorak, they run away in their rocket ship and they pick up Moltar on the moon or somewhere. So yeah, once again, I'm being really rough with this. And he's drinking out of his cup. And I really like the scenes in the commissary on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You see, with the characters sitting around with their drinks. One of my favorite original sequences for the show by Seymour and Croker. And you guys should check out, there's one video uploaded by this guy after Clay's passing. He shared a lot of the storyboards and animation drawings that Clay did for the show, and among the storyboards are the scenes of Space Ghosts and Zorak and Moltar in the commissary, just chilling. And those same storyboards are also featured in a DVD extra for the first volume of Coast to Coast. So Here we go. I hope you're liking what I'm doing so far with Moltar, Colonel Scooby Snacks. Once again, I'm being really rough with this. Do as much details as I can before I decide to finish him up. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, let's see what comments we have. Oh, I see you guys are mentioning Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yes, Carl is funny, and of the main characters, like the three main characters, I do like Master Sake as the funniest. But I want Firewalk and Meatwad too. Let's see. Oh, Albert 3000, hey, welcome. Yes, another classic logo remake party is on the way, and I have just some more logos to do that are on my list, so therefore I'm not taking a more new requests. But again, you just have to wait and see what I have in store beyond the ones that are featured in the sneak peek. If anyone has heard of Villainous, oh, definitely heard of Villainous. It's basically a 2010 spiritual successor to Evo Con Carne. But I was just thinking to myself today that, I don't know, people don't talk about Villainous anymore. It was pretty popular in the late 2010s, but I don't know, like, even after it got a full series that was on HBO Max, people are just silent about it these days. Let's see. If I'm going to watch Dogman, I might. I hear great things about it, although some people say that might be not as good as the Captain Underpants movie. UTV is the boy 2013 is thanking me for congratulating me, I should say, for 10,000 subscribers. Thank you. And Scooby's not saying that they got a Squidbillies hat. That's nice. I know Early Sinclair, what's his name again? Early, the main character? Yeah, he has a variety of different hats on that show. So here's anything else I'm missing. Let's see here. And yes, of course, rest in peace to Claiborne Croker. And we should appreciate Matthew I. Jenkins while he's still around, because he's the guy who was very close with Quay in defining the look of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and the Black Soul specifically. You should definitely follow him on Twitter and Instagram, all that. Oscar Proud must love trash. Well, I mean, he does sell Proud snacks, which everybody in the show considers to be trash. Okay guys, I think we should move on to our next request. But first, we'll do some organization. There we go. Okay, so let me turn off Moltar. Let's see who else we're gonna be doing.
What's up, John?
Bugs is back,
Well, here I am.
and the Roadrunner is in hot pursuit.
Run for the hills, folks.
In a 14-karat, feature-length animated movie the entire family will love, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie.
How's that for a big production?
Starring everyone's favorite Looney Tunes characters in unstoppable side-splitting action.
Oh, sure.
Daffy Duck, the Roadrunner, Marvin the Martian,
Thank you.
Pepe Le Pew,
It is love at first sight, is it not?
Wile E. Coyote, Elmer Fudd, and the one and only Bugs Bunny.
Am I a stinker? You're despicable.
Created by animation great Chuck Jones and brought to life by the many talents of Mel Blanc.
Genius. Sheer genius.
Bring home the Looney Tunes gang and enjoy hilarious laughs and non-stop quack-ups.
Stop steaming up my tail.
In the perfect movie kids will watch again and again.
That's that.
It's the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie.
Devilishly clever.
Yep, that's right. I'm doing your request, Woke. You often give me some great Doodle requests that it's hard for me to resist. It's Bugs Bunny in his famous Leopold costume from the iconic short Long-Haired Hare, which is one of two opera-related shorts directed by Chuck Jones that I consider to be better than What's Opera Doc. Even though that short is excellent as well. So yeah, I'm gonna start doodling him. And while we all love bugs, it's really Porky's birthday today. And not just Porky's birthday, it's also the birthday of Elmer Fudd, specifically the Elmer that we all know and love as voiced by Arthur Q. Bryan, that debuted in Elmer's Candid Camera, which I'm not gonna bother really go into like that whole complicated history with the difference between Elmer Fudd and Egghead. It's a bit of a headache, honestly. Okay, so speaking of Porky, so yeah, the cartoon that's playing right now is Porky in Egypt, directed by Bob Clampett, which I absolutely love to see, where the camel goes crazy because of the desert madness, as he puts it. And I am pretty sure, 110% sure, that it is the inspiration for the scene in Ren and Stimpy, the Royal Canadian Kilted Yaksmen, where the yak is going crazy. I can't stand it any longer! All the time! Singing! Why won't he stop? You know those guys love Bob Clampett. Yes, Leopold. Yes, Big Chunkus. I don't know, part of me thinks it's slightly sad that some really young generations, like I'm talking maybe Gen Alpha, may only know bugs for the Big Chunkus meme. Although that shouldn't be, because, you know, like, there is a Kappa-friendly YouTube channel for Warner Bros.' kids cartoons, and including the classic Looney Tunes shorts, even though they were intended for kids, like kids could watch those. Like, they could watch the classic stuff beyond just the Big Chunkus short. Which, of course, Wabbit Trouble is a great story beyond just the fact that it includes Big Chunkus in it. But you know, I'm a sucker for silly memes myself. That's why I always get excited whenever Big Chunkus appears in Space Jam: A New Legacy. I'm like, oh boy, it's my boy Big Chunkus! Yes, yes! Okay. Let's fix up bugs a bit. There we go. And with this Oscar talk, I mentioned how it is a shame that there isn't any Bugs Bunny shorts that won the Oscar, aside from 99 Bugs, which is a really good short, but there are better with Bugs in it. Also, there are better with Bugs and Sam in it, like High Diving Hair, for example, and also the Fair-Haired Hare, which I think is pretty underrated. And even like What's Opera Doc, as overrated as I find it to be, it's more Oscar material than, just a typical cartoon that isn't too different from like Sahara Hair. Like the most notable addition that sets it apart from Sahara Hair is the Sneezing Dragon, who was retroactively named Jerry after Jerry Chinnicky, one of First Freeland's main animators. And it basically ripped off the idea of the Sneezing Dragon does anybody remember a cartoon called Here Comes the Grump? It was a show for Saturday mornings that the Patty Freeland did when they weren't doing, in addition to doing the Pink Panther. I see a little bit of it, and it's a bit on the mediocre side, but apparently it's popular enough to get a movie in Mexico some years ago, a CGI movie. I'm like, wow, these Latin American countries sure like certain cartoon characters who have mostly faded to obscurity in today's American environment. Like, there's Woody Woodpecker still popular in Brazil, and Top Cat's popular in Mexico. Even though nowadays, like in North America, only certain generations are likely to remember them. There we go. Forgot supposed to be this pose I'm supposed to be doing for Bugs' hand here. So if you're still here, Luke, I hope you're liking the rough sketch that I'm doing thus far. Once again, these will be refined after the stream. See, there's 8 comments that I missed. Oh, Fairy Princess Valentine, you're back. Yeah, the origins of the Big Chunkus meme, I don't know, I think it has to do with, some fake video game, something. I forgot the real origins. Let's see. Oh, so James heard about Here Comes the Grump from Good Bad Flicks. That's nice. Oh, yes, Sylvester and Tweety, their short Birds Anonymous. Yeah, that short deserved the Oscar win. It is one of Sylvester and Tweety's best. And even Mel Blanc loves it to the point where I think he said himself, or at least his son Noah Blanc, said that it is his father's greatest achievement as a voice actor, which is saying a lot because, he's done hundreds of Looney Tunes cartoons. So yeah, I was thinking that it's also great that I'm doing this Bugs, not just because, I often can't resist a good Looney Tunes Doodle request, but also because, Bugs is gonna be 85 years old this summer, July 27th. But today we also celebrate the 85th birthday of his longtime rival Elmer Fudd. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna draw this part here. There we go. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna be doing with Bugs for now. Oh, hang on, let's just draw this side of his mouth. There we go. And I'll just do a bit of organization. So yeah, again, I hope you love what I did so far, Luke, if you're still here. And now I'm gonna catch up with more comments. Let's see. Oh wow, okay, so we got some breaking news from SpongeBoy. It was neither the Wild Robot or Wallace and Gromit or not even Inside Out 2, the $1 billion hit. It was Flow. You know what, that's nice. I haven't seen Flow myself, but you know what? It's really nice that it is an independent movie that won the Oscars. The big Best Animated Feature. Like, I think that is really showing that people's mindsets are becoming a bit more open about trying things beyond just the more recognizable mainstream studios, I guess. Or the Oscars is probably listening to people's criticisms of being biased and just giving stuff to the more recognizable people like Disney and Pixar. So yeah, that's awesome. Oh, don't forget Bugs' pupils. Oh, I actually intended to have Bugs' eyes to be closed, Norbert. Let's see, there's anything else. And yeah, plus we'll say sometimes characters are so best when their eyes are closed for dramatic effect. Yes. Let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Oh yeah, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, that won the Best Animated Feature award as well. Yeah, so I think for a few consecutive years now, the slightly more unconventional choices were winning the Best Animated Feature, which is nice because Pinocchio won in 2023, and then The Boy and the Heron won in 2024. Even though it's not the first time that Studio Ghibli won for that Oscar. And now this year we have Flow, which is from like an even smaller studio. So yeah, that's awesome. Oh, let's see. The Mighty Bee was so underrated. Yeah, I need to watch more of that show. Like, it's available on Pluto TV. Like, I seen a little bit of it, like last year or so, while it was live. Yeah, it's a really good looking show. Like, very Ren and Stimpy-like. And making feeds I need to check out too. Let's see. And yeah, I know, with Amy Winfrey, like, she couldn't get the rights back to her own characters when she sold Making Fiends to Nick. I know, it's unfortunate. But fortunately, she got to have a great career directed on BoJack Horseman, including, I think she's the director of the Free Chiro episode. She directed a lot of the most acclaimed episodes, so that's a bright side. Yes, I've seen a little bit of Batman Cape Crusader, mostly in the background. I this comes from someone who isn't too crazy about the 1992 anime series, although I still have respect for it. Okay, so I think it's time to move on to another request. Okay, so let me just turn off bugs here. Okay, this one's for you, Norbert. It's Quiff from King. And, okay, here's a funny story. So, when I was choosing between, like, the three suggestions that you listed for me, whether it's Human Lumiere from The End of Beauty and the Beast, or Patterson from Little Dogs on the Prairie, or Quiff from King, like, I had to put those three options into Wheel Decide, and spun the wheel, and it landed on the character from King. But the thing is, I misremembered which character from King it was, so I put in Russell instead of Quiff. And then I was like, oh my god, I put in the wrong character, but it still kind of qualifies as me ended up with me drawing a character from this obscure Canadian cartoon, which, by the way, you guys should check out Norbert's review of King on his channel. Just a brief summary of what it's about. It's about a boy named Russell who finds a kingdom under his bed, and he's the ruler. He's the ruler of that kingdom, and he is accompanied by his talking dog Gus and a lot of other crazy characters. And this guy Quiff, he's the bully of the series, and if I can remember correctly, he used to be the king of the kingdom of Under. So yes, so I'm gonna be drawing him right now, and I know one thing regarding King that you were happy about, Norbert, was when somebody on Twitter, they posted a Very Odd Parents quip where it's basically Cosmo Wanda with reverse colors or reversed voices, and then you replied with an even more blatant animation error from King where the characters were not colored at all. I forgot the context of that scene or which episode it's from. Like, I really need to watch King whenever I have the time. But yeah, what that quip when you reshared it, Norbert, and got all that attention might be the most attention that this really obscure Canadian cartoon has gone on the internet, at least in quite some time. So yeah, I pulled up this reference footage off of Tubi, which was the only place where you could stream it, even though they still don't have any episodes beyond the first 13. So let's see if there's any comments that I missed it. Yes, the episode is Run, Russell, Run. That's where I got the reference photo for Quiff. Good eye, Norbert. Let's see. Yes, Quiff was the king of Under before Russell. And yeah, he lived in Russell's house prior to the start of the series. And thanks for reminding me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm glad you're happy that I'm taking your requests, Norbert, and I hope that you're liking what I'm doing so far. Oh, Dr. Jazzman 1, welcome. Yes, thank you for congratulating me for 10,000 subscribers. And I know you had your own milestone too with reaching 500 subscribers over on your channel. I hope you reach 1,000 soon. Okay, so let me just shrink down Quiff a bit. Oh, I forgot to remind everybody that if you're liking the stream so far, make sure that you hit the like button or leave those live reaction emojis in the chat. And also, if you're a newcomer, please make sure that you subscribe. And you could even leave me a tip during the stream on coffee if you like. You're under no obligation, but I appreciate that extra support regardless. Okay, so now I'm gonna be drawing the Sable's body here, and wondering which gesture I should have. I'm not thinking of drawing the exact gesture of his hands in the reference photo, or okay, maybe like with the right arm. I'll draw it basically how it is here. Here we go. Okay, so I just realized, now that we have a winner for the Oscars, I should turn off the Q&A. There we go. There we go. Oh my god, I remember Naughty Naughty Pets. Yes, thank you Nicktoons logo. I do remember it was a series of interstitial shorts on CBC that I remember watching. It's about this girl who has several pets. I think they're mostly cats and dogs. Like, it's been forever since I seen it, but I remember watching that show on Saturday mornings along with Yamro. Does anybody, especially if you're Canadian, do you remember Yamro? It's a cartoon about anthropomorphic Susie. And Maple Shorts. Does anybody remember Maple Shorts? It was a cartoon, it was an anthology series hosted by a talking goose and salmon, where, you know, if you're a kid, you get to submit your own animated shorts to them. And boy, if I was more serious about becoming an animator when I was really young, I should have had my hand at it. But yeah, that show has faded up to extreme obscurity. I think the last time it aired is on this obscure channel called, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It is a channel, it's a Canadian channel. Oh, Tuna Vision, that's what it's called. It's an obscure channel called Tuna Vision that airs a lot of these CBC cartoons. Like, also they aired Yamro, and I believe they aired My Goldfish is Evil as well. So yeah, I'm drawing quips are like this. I think I'm gonna be moving it just to the side a bit, or just lean it like his forearm. Just lean it like this. Here we go. Something like that. Here we go. Here we go. Now I'm gonna draw the stripes on his shirt over here. So yeah, I hope you love what I did with Quiff so far, Norbert. Here we go. And now for some organization. Okay. Let's see. Yes, he is holding up his fist. Okay, yeah, so Tuna Vision still airs reruns of Yamro and Chili Beach. And yeah, I forgot about Chili Beach. I remember kind of seeing it on CBC years ago. Also Dex Hamilton and Pet Squad. All of them being made by March Entertainment, which is now defunct. Let's see. Oh yeah, like that show has a lot of Toronto talent. Yamro I'm talking about, voicing the characters. But Lee Tucker is in it as one of the characters. And I best remember him as the voice of Yak the Yak and Dr. Frog from League of Super Evil. Yeah, one of the voices I recognize on Yamro is the guy who voices Entree from Spliced. I forgot his name though. Oh yeah, I forgot. Lee Tucker's also the voice of Bling Bling Boy from Nintendo's favorite animated series, Johnny Test. Let's see. Yeah, I remember Mr. Meaty. That's another show that I watch on Saturday mornings on CBC as well. It kind of annoys me when people consider it to be a cartoon, but no, it's a full puppet show, not too different from, like, Muppet stuff. Oh, the salmon from from Maple Shorts is voiced by the same woman as Milo's mother and Captain Flamingo. Oh, that's cool. Oh, number 1507. I forgot to welcome you. And Nas T, I forgot to welcome you as well. Oh yeah, what was your call again? Number 1507. Sorry. With doing the requests and catching up with you guys in the chat, it's a bit of a task to multitask, But you can reiterate your question, I'll see if I can get to it. Meantime, I'm gonna be prepared for the next request, which is the last one that I have chosen, and again, we might have time for a bonus one. Here we go. Just turn off Quiff here, and let's get things started, or almost started, with the next request.
Where the heck is he? Flamingo! Oh, in trouble! This could jeopardize the promo! Not a chance! Get ready, YTV! I'm Captain Flamingo, and I'm looking out for little kids in a big way!
Captain Flamingo starts Tuesday at 4:30 in the zone!
Yes, I know you'd be excited for this one, SpongeBoy. I've drawn two of the girls from Captain Flamingo, which is, I know it's one of your absolute favorite Canadian cartoons at the moment. I said in my New Year's resolution that I'm gonna try my best to watch all of the episodes. I'm doing it at a very slow pace. I do think it's a good show for sure, but I still don't think it's like must-watch TV. Although I remember you telling me that the show gets better like after season 1. So yeah, the characters I've drawn here are Kirsten and Tabitha over here. So yeah, I'm gonna be drawing Kirsten first. With the cute smile that you recommended that I draw her with, SpongeBoy. Oh, and to answer like one comment that I saw, if puppets are considered animation, I know it's very debatable. Like, when it comes to like Muppet live action puppets, I don't know. Yeah, it is very debatable if you call those animation. Like, often when puppets are referred to in animation, it is referred to like stop motion. Those 3D figures that you film one frame at a time and you articulate them, or they can refer to the puppets in a 2D animation program like Toon Boom or Flash, because you manipulate those character models without having to redraw the characters for each frame. And right now, what's playing in the background is one of my favorite Porky and Daffy shorts, and my favorite one by Frank Taslin, Porky Pig's Feet. Anybody else excited for the day the Earth blew up to be released in North America? I'm hoping I'll be able to catch it in a theater near me. Okay, what I should do is just move the reference photos a bit here, so I have more space when I'm trying Kirsten. Oh, okay, so Mike can say that personally, puppets could count as animation. Jim Henson in particular made puppets feel animated. Yeah, that's true, Jim Henson was one of the first puppeteers and puppet builders to make puppets be more articulate with their heads and faces instead of just going like, you know, like this. They can't go like this, you know? So yeah, happy early 70th birthday to the Muppets, by the way. So I think I'm gonna be having her look up at Tabitha, who is gonna be really annoyed because, as you point out, SpongeBob, like the personality of Tabitha is that she is a bit self-absorbed and gets frustrated easily. Correct? I've got to add the little shadows to her eyes, like still like that. Well, not really shadows; they're highlights, actually. I think I'm gonna have her, like, if you don't mind that I don't draw like in this exact hand or arm poses, I think I'm gonna have her like holding her hands like this, like it's sort of a admirable pose, kind of like her holding her hands like this, something like that. Again, this will all be refined during the cleanup stage, which I'll be doing off camera. There we go. Parts to fix the position of the legs. Just, oh, hang on. Like something like this, or over here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yes. Uh-oh, Snake Eyes, use a dead duck. Duck? Yes. I love Porky Pig's feet, as I mentioned. And yeah, does anybody want some Wilkins coffee? I wonder I don't think Wilkins coffee exists anymore. Although those commercials are deliciously sadistic in a funny way. I know some people think that Wilkins, which is the big-eyed puppet who's always telling Wilkins if you want some coffee, like some people think it's a prototype of Kermit the Frog, but that's not true. Like those characters coexisted, and Kermit is before Wilkins. Though I heard somewhere on Muppet Wiki that Kermit technically didn't make his real debut on Sam and Friends. He debuted it somewhere else, but I forgot where. But yeah, it triggered a bit of a Mandela effect in me. I'm like, well, really? Are you sure? Okay, so here is Kirsten. And now, I think just shrink her down a bit. Hope you like what I did with her so far, SpongeBob. And now I'm gonna be drawing Tabitha. I'm just gonna move this aside here. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so looking really cute so far. Thank you, Spuds Boy. Let's see this ASOS that missing. Yeah, that's to say that speaking of season 1 of Captain Flamingo, say that some of the sound effects and voice clips are also from Atomic Betty as well. Yeah, I know they're from the same studio, Atomic Cartoons, the same animation studio, but I'm not sure like the name of the studio who does like the post-production, if it's done at Atomic Cartoons 2 or elsewhere. Okay, it's not just Atomic Cartoons, it's also Breakthrough Entertainment who does the production. It purchased lower Tabitha's mouth just a bit. I don't know, I think it's okay if I have her glasses kind of overlap her mouth. You know what I think I should do? What I'm thinking I should do is that, because Tabitha has this big hair going on, I should probably do her as a separate layer from Kirsten. Here we go. So I'm gonna cut her and then paste. Yeah, just go put Kirsten to her own folder. So, just wondering, is her name pronounced Kirsten or Kristen? Because her name is, the I in her name is spelled before the R. So try to wonder if I'm sure if it's Kirsten or Kristen, this girl's name is. You can double check for me, Spuds Boy. Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna give Tabitha some more space, and when I'm finishing up the doodles, they're gonna be like rearranged together. Oh, wait, there we go. Back to the. It's just this crazy hair going on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have her pull her hair. Like, gonna start with the basic shapes, the basic rough shapes. Like, gonna draw her body here. Yeah, I almost forgot to draw her pupils. Hang on. Oh, Kirsten. Okay, so yeah, I was saying her name correctly at first. Kirsten. Yeah, thank you, Fairy Prince Valentine and Spuds Boy. Hang on. I'm gonna draw her freckles here. And guys, I suggest that in case I have time, to leave your any extra requests And if you're somebody who has left a request in the community tab, feel free to reiterate it in this chat over here. And if you haven't, then yeah, you can still leave me one more character that I may be able to draw if I have the time, because so far we are an hour and 13 minutes in being live. So let me just lower of the reference photos here so that I could see Telfa's feet. Yeah. Okay, so don't worry, SpongeBob. I'm gonna begin to like the rest of Telfa's here in a moment. Just getting like the basics of the pose down. Now, the short that's playing in the background, Daffy Duck swept here. My favorite joke in it is when Daffy and Porky are about to fall asleep. Daffy keeps asking, oh, like, what is Buenos noches? And Porky says it's Spanish for bonsoir. Then Daffy asks, what's bonsoir? And Porky says, it's French for Buenos noches. Okay, so now I'm gonna be getting her tugging her hair ready. There we go. There we go. Again, what I'm doing so far, I hope you're liking it, SpongeBoy. And if you don't mind, SpongeBoy, you can let me know. I mean, I'm sure I'll still make the effort to watch Captain Flamingo chronologically, but I still want to know your favorite episodes, like, even if they're out of order, like, even if they're not in the same season, like season 1 or season 2, like, what are your all-time favorite episodes that I recommend I should watch? Feel free to mention that, as I'm almost done with sketching Tabitha. There we go. And this part for glosses. There we go. So yeah, how do you like it, SpongeBoy? My rough sketch of Tabitha. Oh, let me save this project file. There we go. Let's see. Let's see, Mike's saying that for a possible bonus, I might do Glovey Glove from SpongeBob. Yeah, I might do so. Or Wildernessa from Craig of the Creek, that's Vincent's request. And maybe Puss Blue's cartoon persona. Or Bloom from Winx Club. It might be slightly, yeah, I think it might be slightly complex for me, like, for the time frame that I have. So, yeah, we'll see. Oh, Jason's weeping. Okay, you take care of yourself, Jason, and thanks again for congratulating me. And let's see, any other possible requests? Oh, Quiff, from the Disney show of the same name, maybe. Okay, see if there's anything else. Let's see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Oh, Vincent's actually who's my favorite puppet pal. Oh, let's see. Oh, from Dexter's Laboratory. I guess my favorite. I'm trying to remember which one's which. I know their names, Puppet Pal Mitch and Puppet Pal Clem. I don't know, they have basically the same personality. All they care about is making a bonking on the head their punchline. So I guess they're both my favorite. Well, SpongeBob has a certain idea for smiley comforts. Maybe tap again stress out when things don't go. You know, tap again stress out is kind of like what happens to Eric on Stress Eric. So, maybe having her and Eric feeble together and the text saying "Don't get stressed" or something. Yeah, that might be a good idea for a T-shirt. Thanks for the recommendation. Okay. Yeah, I think because I want to, I'm running out of time. I have like a simple, I think I know which one I'm gonna be doing. Okay. Okay, so I know which one I'm gonna be doing now. Okay, just gonna turn off Tabitha for now. Let's see. Let's see. And put in the reference photo. Yes, I'm gonna be drawing Glovey Glove, the nice and simple mascot from Glove World from SpongeBob. Yes, this is your request, Mike. I probably want to do it as a way of thanking you for being a member of the live chat, participating in the stream. Absolutely love your content and hope to see you again during these streams. So, in case you're wondering what my favorite episode taking place in Glove World is, well, technically, Rock Bottom kinda counts, but in terms of taking place all the time at Glove World, I do like Roller Cowards quite a bit. Oh, there's a few episodes of shows where have to conquer their fear, especially like with a roller coaster. There was a Bernstein Bears episode like that, and I believe there's a Sanjay and Craig episode like that too. And with SpongeBob and Patrick, they have to face their fear of a roller coaster. So yeah, here is Glovey Glove. And I know your interpretation of Glovey Glove in your videos, Mike, is hilarious. The way you give him this gruff voice, despite his innocuous, cute appearance here. I'm wondering, did you base his voice on Screwball the Clown from Super Mario Logan? Because, you know, he's another character who has a gruff chain smoker type voice, who on the outside he looks like a child-friendly entertainer, but on the inside, I don't know, he's more comparable to Krusty the Clown. Like, he's more like, he's got some issues. sees anything. Which is not Reggie Rocket. Yeah, I know, Mike. I assume you've gone over your hatred for Reggie Rocket, Mike. I know it's not. I remember in one of your latest videos, Hound Poundin', you know, there was a brief image of Reggie Rocket, and Current's like, what is this? This is 2021? I assume you've gone over your dislike for Reggie, like, at least inserting it in your videos often. And I assume it's also one of the things that you say makes the episodes of Plus Brain Storytime, you know, it didn't age too well. Feel free to clarify on that, Mike. And I know that with As Told by Ginger, you don't watch it because you feel it's out of your demographic, but whenever you do have a chance to give it more of a watch, let me warn you that Dodie Bishop is so bad that still make you want to apologize to Reggie. But then again, this comes from someone who hasn't watched much Rocket Power myself. So yeah, hope you liked your Glovey Glove Doodle request, Mike. And let me catch up with some comments. Okay, so yeah, Screwball might have been an inspiration for your version of Glovey Glove, but Krusty was too. I thought so. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, Mike is saying that, yeah, typically that he doesn't try to poke as much at that show as much, like, for a number of reasons. There really wasn't a point to it in the first place. Yeah, like, it's okay if you don't like Rocket Power. A lot of people don't. And I know you respect those who are fans of it. And once again, I recommend, if you feel like it, of course, to give As Told by Ginger another watch and see if Dodie is worse than Reggie or not. Okay, so Mike is loving it. Thank you. So yeah, it's gonna be the last, so that's gonna be the last request I'm gonna be doodling for the night. And for the rest of the stream, I'm just gonna be catching up with you guys. Yes, I know you want me to draw Major Flake, Ethan, but don't forget that still have some hours to go before midnight to take advantage of this Cartoon Network commission special. It applies to rough doodles as well, because I know that's your favorite commission option. So always remember that my coffee commissions are open if you want a guaranteed fulfillment for your character drawing requests, so as long as they meet the guidelines. Okay, Norbert, you take care of yourself and have a good night as well, and thanks again for congratulations. Okay, everybody, so looks like it's gonna be a wrap. Thank you everybody for your great requests and for the nice chat that we had, as well as again to everybody. I'm so glad that we've reached 10,000 subscribers. Can't wait to share with you guys the other great content that I have in store, including Classic Logo Remake Party 7, obviously, among other stuff like reviews and so forth. yeah, and also some stream ideas that aren't just drawn. So yes, and the drawings that I did tonight, I'm going to fulfill them whenever I have the time, so be on the lookout for the final results. So until next time, you have a great rest of your weekend, have a nice and safe week starting on Monday, and yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'm grateful to have you guys as my supporters. And happy Sunday, happy Monday, and all that.